everyone. Did Ripple just pull off the biggest move in crypto without anyone noticing? David Schwartz, the CTO of Ripple, the guy who literally helped build the XRP ledger, maybe even Bitcoin, just dropped a statement that might change everything. I'm talking about a quiet, behind the scenes play to rebuild the entire global financial system, and no one's really talking about it. This isn't some random crypto rumor either. This came straight from the source. I got the proof. We're going to listen to it, or we're going to read it. And once you hear what he said and you connect the dots with what Ripple's already been doing across countries and institutions, you're going to see why this might be the boldest financial move of the decade. Stick with me, because once we break this down, you'll understand. While this isn't just a headline, it's a warning. Bitcoin currently coming in at 105,000, Ethereum 2,618, XRP $2.24. We're going to do a little TA as we get to the end of this video. I like where XRP is, but we need to see more within the next week. Now, don't forget, we got the Bullwinkle Blueprint, that new YouTube channel. What I want you to do is I want you to go over to the channel and I want you to subscribe to the channel. This is going to be my blueprint moving forward, what I do after crypto, how I'm going to invest, where I'm going to put my money. Will it be in the ETFs, high-risk stocks, dividends, how I'm going to live off passive income without ever touching the money that I have made from crypto, and how I'm going to retire. And then we'll talk about how we got to this point, what we did preparing ourselves for the next bull run. Plus, we'll do our XRP coverage on there. We'll cover altcoins. The channel is going to be 10 times better than the old channel. Mark my words on that. BlackRock, they just moved 560 million in Bitcoin to Coinbase and scooped up 95 million in ETH for its ETFs. The biggest asset manager on earth is positioning quietly, aggressively. You still think you have time? Guess what? You don't. Folks, what they are doing here is they are distracting you. They are distracting you from Bitcoin. They are buying all this ETH. They know that everything can see on chain, and they want you to be distracted and to look at the new shiny object. They want you to look at ETH and they want you to leave Bitcoin alone because they want all the Bitcoin to themselves. Bitcoin is going a lot higher from here. I've told you, retail's already priced out. They believe at least that they are priced out. Retail will start buying once again when Bitcoin hits $200,000 in just the next couple of months. Mark my words on that. Mark my words. That is how this is going to play out. Now we get over to this. And this is pretty interesting right here. The SEC just dropped 2025 guidance with a 3-part test for crypto securities. This isn't about clarity. It's about control. They're rewriting the rules mid-game. Projects that don't adapt will vanish. Brad Garlinghouse has talked about 90 to 95% of crypto projects are going to go away. Exactly. This is how. This is regulatory chess. It just hit its next move. I created a whole thread on this, but let's break it down. The initial sales context. So this is going to look at how the token was originally offered. Was it marketed with promises of profit? Were investors relying on the efforts of the team? If it walks and talks like a security, it probably is, at least in the beginning. Because remember, you could be a security and then move to not being a security. If the network is sufficiently decentralized and functional, the token may evolve into a non-security over time. This acknowledges that tokens can transaction, something that how we tested didn't account for. This acknowledges that the tokens can transition. Excuse me. Remember that, folks. How we test never said this. The market functions. So how is the token used in the market now? Is it mainly traded just for speculation, or does it have actual utility like paying for gas fees, access, or even governments. So what does it mean? Well, not all tokens are securities forever. A token could start out as one, but it can graduate into a non-security if the ecosystem matures and utility takes over the speculation. The SEC is opening the door to dynamic classification, recognizing that tokens do indeed evolve over time. This is huge. So why is it a big deal? Simple. Projects now have a clearer legal roadmap to follow. This encourages builders to focus on real utility and decentralization, not just hype. This gives hope that the US crypto innovation won't be choked out by outdated rules. AKA, the SEC is finally admitting that not all tokens will stay securities forever. This is a big win for utility first projects. This is the ultimate icing on the cake for XRP. Not like we didn't already have it, but here you go. We're entering a world where decentralization and functionality can legally free a token from being a security. This is huge. And then David Schwartz confirmed. We need to talk about this. David Schwartz says you can consider the XRP ledger together with other things Ripple has built to be a financial system. I hope over the next few years it can provide a significant fraction of the financial services that people need every day, from payments to investment loans. This right here is a very big statement that came out of XRP Las Vegas from David Schwartz in regards to payments, investments, and to what Ripple has been building. So the answer is pretty clear here. They are indeed building a new financial system, one that is going to run parallel to Swift. Are they taking over Swift? You know, it doesn't really seem like they're going to make a takeover. Maybe Swift is going to integrate crypto. Maybe they will integrate XRP. But Ripple acquired Hidden Road's infrastructure through a licensing move here that gives them prime access to one of the most powerful institutional backbones in global finance. Schwartz hinted that Ripple is building a financial system parallel to Swift, not replacing it, but upgrading the rails that it runs on. And this move with Hidden Roads, well, this is the proof, right? Hidden Road is a prime brokerage platform that connects institutions to global liquidity, FX, crypto equities, all under one roof. It's the kind of platforms that hedge funds and global banks use when they need access to deep, fast, and compliant markets. Why is this purchase a big deal? It's very simple. Ripple now controls the key gateway to institutional grade settlement. This aligns with David Schwartz's vision of instant, trustless global liquidity. This brings XRP closer to being the default bridge for institutional capital, not just retail remittances. The big picture here, it's simple. This isn't about a token price pump. It's about Ripple embedding itself into the plumbing of the financial system, piece by piece. David Schwartz called it years ago, and now it is all unfolding. And Brad Garlinghouse stated at XRP Las Vegas that this deal with Hidden Roads will be completed within the next 30 to 60 days, and then they can instantly tie in RLUSD. So if you thought Ripple was just building software for banks here, well, think again. They're assembling a full stack financial system, and Hidden Road is a key node. This isn't just hype, folks. This is the blueprint. I'm going to leave it like that. I hope you enjoyed. I'm excited for what's to come. You should be as well. I will catch everyone on the next video. Goodbye for now.